Welcome to Startup Hack. All right, so you want to build a machine to host AI in your home or office. Now, there's a tons of reasons for doing this. Maybe you want to learn about AI and running LLMs. Maybe you want to be able to build to start developing against. Or maybe you want to be able to run an internal application for your corporate needs without that staggering bill of the cloud CPUs. So I'm going to break it down for you today, explain why, explain costs and what kind of hardware you're going to need, and give you some stories about my journey in doing this and explain why I did what I have and what I learned along the way, which is a lot. So stick around because this will be really informative. It's super entertaining story time, even if all you want to do is just kind of learn more about it and you're not going to necessarily dive in to do it. I promise this will be educational and you'll come away knowing a lot more about AI, LLMs, and what it's going to take to run them. So let's dive in and get going. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thompson. Here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming technology teams and products. All right, so you might be curious about this whole AI thing, how it works, or maybe you know a little bit about it, but you just want to dive in a little more and get your hands dirty with LLMs. Or maybe you're just a developer who wants to start building AI-powered stuff and without having to rely on someone else's servers or pushing your data into the cloud. Or if you're a business, you might want to run AI tools without getting hammered by these crazy cloud computing costs and getting nailed into these contracts. The other side of this that can be really important too is maybe you don't want to ship your data off to somewhere else when you have really sensitive data and you want to run it in a very secure environment. And so this allows you to start to learn to build for yourself. And today I'm going to teach you and walk you through the whole deal. I'll explain why it's worth it, give you the lowdown on how much it's going to cost, share with you some of my own experiences, including stuff that I've messed up, and tell you exactly why I went down this path, what I've learned along the way, and basically it's a tell-all story, so let's dive in here. All right, so one of the first things that I want to do is I want to jump over and go through a set of slides with you here, right? So these are some slides that kind of break down, and I picked out DeepSeek because it's all the rage right now, but it makes it really simple to see. It's also one of the more efficient, which is part of the reason it's all the rage, is one of the more efficient. So if you're going to be building at home, this is one of the ones you're going to want to be diving into. And once I explain some of the details here, then I'll kind of explain why it is DeepSeek that I chose to explain this with. All right. So when you talk about a model, you're going to talk about how many parameters it has. And in this case, DeepSeek comes with these following models. It comes with a 1.5, a 7 and an 8, a 14, 32, 70 billion, and the whopping 671 billion. Okay. Now, what is the GPU need that you're going to need for these? Because the GPU works together because LLMs are about pattern matching, right? It's about using vector math to do pattern matching so that you can process very quickly patterns to see where these patterns match and do the matching for these. And this is how all the words and all the word mappings is what get trained. And this is why GPUs are really good at this, because if you think about what GPUs were built for, they're built to do vector graphics, vector math very quickly and to load models into that memory and to be able to perform against it very fast, right? And this is definitely an oversimplified explanation, but I'm trying to keep this high level and I've got a ton of material to get through. So as we look at this here, you're going to talk about how much VRAM or video RAM or the GPU RAM that your graphics card is going to have. You can get into doing this with CPUs, and I've read a ton about a lot of CPU builds for doing this. Ultimately, the GPUs are going to beat it every time, and this is why everybody's using GPUs. If you look at, the latest Grok 3 models that they built, they used over 200,000 H100s, and I'll talk about what that means here in a second. But they did this because that is the fastest and most performant way. Now, if you look at a 1.5 billion, you actually don't even need a GPU. This can run on pretty much any hardware. So I've done some previous videos, so make sure you like and subscribe and check out some of my previous videos because I've done this and shown that we could do this on a simple Raspberry Pi, right? And so you can run the 1.5 billion on a Raspberry Pi. So a computer the size of a credit card with 8 gigs of RAM, right? And you can even do it with less RAM actually, but this has a quad core processor and 4 gigs of RAM or 8 gigs of RAM. And this could run the 1.5 million pretty successfully. The problem with the 1.5 billion models, it's just not very accurate. And I'll show you a little bit more of this later. Then we start into getting to the 7 billion, 8 billion parameter. This can be run on a graphics card with 6 gigabytes of RAM. Now, most commonly, you're going to see 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM. So any of those 8 and 6 gigabyte ranges, you can run these on. The 14 billion parameter, and the reason for this is because the size of these, and I'll show you these when we go over to Olama here in a minute. The size of these models need to be able to fit into the GPU RAM entirely. It can't use part of it. If even it starts to use part of it, then it has to use the CPU and not just the GPU. So the 14 billion model here can run against your graphics cards that have an 11 or 12 gigabytes of VRAM. Your 32 is going to require, 32 billion parameters is going to require 24 gigabytes. 70 billion can run on 48, comfortably run on 48. And these are generally the different step ups that you have of different graphics cards. Then you have your 671 billion, which is going to require 480 gigabytes of graphics. You can train these models and get it to where you can do these things in a way that is super repeatable. Then there's a lot that you can do with a machine for this. And so part of the reason that we built this is because we run AskMany.ai. It's one of the brands that we've built here at Startup Hack. We also do a lot of other .NET as well as AI code consulting for folks. And so we have a lot of different clients that do a lot of different projects, some big, some small. And as we've worked with different .NET and different AI projects here, we've built a lot of these systems where we've built these custom AI machines. And the nice part about it is for, like I said, for between $1,000 to $4,000, kind of depending on your need here, you can get to where you can build your own AI machine. And I'm going to do a future video here, so make sure you like and subscribe, because I'm going to do one about showing you how we do a .NET wrapper around these to be able to take your .NET code and to be able to run a very simple agent that can do a specific task for you. So we're going to show you some of this in the future, so you definitely want to make sure you like and subscribe, because we also love to train software developers because we are a licensed vocational school. So we love to train people here, and that's what I'm going to end up with here. It's been great to show you all this. And so obviously the best compliment you can always give me is to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know things you'd like to see me try, and we will catch you guys next time.
Want to become a software developer but don't want to spend 4 years in college and rack up massive student loan debts? Think you need technical expertise to get started? Welcome to Startup Hack, a better way to start your software career without student loans and years without income. One-on-one tutoring is included, so you never get stuck and have guidance through the whole process. No technical experience is necessary. Learn at your own pace and in your own space. Startup Hack has worked with local state agencies in your area to make it so that qualifying students can get the program costs covered entirely, and students can start earning while they learn.
Startup Hack's .NET Coding Bootcamp was a game changer for my career. As someone with no prior programming experience, I was initially intimidated by the idea of learning to code, but the instructors at Startup Hack broke down complex concepts into easy to understand lessons and provided hands-on projects that really cemented my understanding. The curriculum was comprehensive and up to date and got me ready for my first job. What really set Startup Hack apart was the focus on practical, real-world skills. Thanks to Startup Hack, I landed my dream job as a .NET developer within weeks of graduating. I went from knowing nothing about code to building professional-grade web applications in just a few intense months. If you're looking to break into .NET development or level up your coding skills, I cannot recommend Startup Hack enough.
Complete our 3-month coding bootcamp, gain hands-on experience, and land a paid internship. With 2 years of experience on average, our graduates are making over $80,000 per year. The 3-month program includes technologies from Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. No debt, just a quick path to earning. Check out startuphack.com to code your future and start today.